Jonathan, one of the more emotional moments that happened today was with the issue when the issue of race came up, and it was in the testimony of one of the witnesses who talked explicitly about how, you know, to some extent she apologized every night to George Floyd because in what she witnessed, she saw her own relatives, an uncle, her father, black men in her life. And I want to play that emotional moment for our viewers. Let's take a listen.
When I look at George Floyd, I look at my dad, I look at my brothers, I look at my cousins, my uncles, because they are all black. I have a black father, I have a black brother, I have black friends. And I look at that and I look at how that could have been one of them.
It was a very powerful moment there by Darnella, but it was also by the assessment of some the first time that race was explicitly mentioned so far in this trial on day 2. What do you make of that?
Darnella was speaking for the race, to put it bluntly. She was speaking for me. There's a reason why I have not still watched with my own eyes all now, as we know, 9 minutes and 29 seconds of the extinguishing of the life of George Floyd, because it's just too painful. One, just on a human level, to watch someone lose their life in real time. But second, as a black man in this country who lives with a fear that I'm going to get pulled over or I'm going to get stopped while I'm on the street by a member of law enforcement, and then a simple, failure to signal, broken tail light, whatever the pretense is, could go from ID and registration to I'm dead. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic, and I'm not talking to you, Eamon, I know you don't think I'm being hyperbolic, it's to the people who are watching. But if you think that that's hyperbole, ask your black friends. Ask a black acquaintance how they felt when they heard Darnella say what she said, because she was speaking for black Americans. And for someone that young to have to live with that guilt of feeling like she didn't do enough for someone who looked like her, for someone who could be a member of her family, to have to live with that guilt, but then to have to say it in public, in a worldwide, a case that's being watched by people around the world, bearing her soul like that at such a young age. I think that's what made her testimony so powerful. And I can't remember if it was Chuck Rosenberg earlier, or maybe it was Joyce Vance, who talked about the mistake the defense made by providing that opening for the prosecution to come back and ask her, do you feel like your life has changed? What does that mean to you? And that's when she gave that powerful statement that's so weighty in emotion, but also weighty in innocence, but also innocence lost for someone so young.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.